So the next step in the process is step number 4. So we're going to attach part QB to the ends of part P. So here we have QB on our paper. It's a 48-inch octagon. Because the paper is printed on 36-inch, part of QB we're going to cut right along there with the razor, cut with scissors, and we're going to take this piece, add it on to the end of this to get our full-size pattern. Okay, so the pattern is cut out and assembled full size, so I'm just going to put some weights on the paper to keep it from moving. Then I'm going to slip some tracing paper underside, trace my lines. I mean, this edge is already done, of course, and that one, so there's only so many edges to cut out. And then I'm going to transfer these lines, because this here middle square matches up with the squares for the support structures for the walls. And this here rectangle is the blocking that goes underneath this board, because you're going to make another board just like this, which is the very bottom. So it's like 2 of these are sandwiched together with some blocks. They're about that high, just to give some thickness to the base. Right here, 2 of those. That's the next assembly. So I've traced the lines and cut out part QB. Part QA is the exact same size. And you can see I transferred the lines for part P, which are these legs, and the block as well that I mentioned earlier. It's just the screw holes. I don't have the this is the board for that's going to attach to the structure. The one I'm going to cut underneath is going to be just like this one. Won't need this hole, but it will need the location of this screw hole and this screw hole, because this block is what gets sandwiched between this one and this one. So there's going to be 2 screws going through the block, and then 2 screws up from underneath. And by drilling pilot holes, everything lines up just right. Well, the 2 bottom base parts are cut out now, and I'm going to take this one now, lay it on top of that one, and drill the pilot holes for the screws, and then get busy building the structure. Okay, so we're back to finish off the base for the lighthouse, and I've already done one, just to give you an idea. This is the very bottom, part QA of Peggy's Cove Lighthouse building plan, and as you can see, that's the underside of the Widow's Walk right now. The lighthouse is upside down, and that's part QB. It's already attached. So between QA and QB, it's going to be gapped by those, and they actually position themselves under these to provide support. So we're just going to follow along here. If you recall, I stacked QB, which is up there, and QA together, and I pre-drilled holes, so I know exactly where this is going to go. And while this is going under here, the easiest way to do this is to simply take 2 screws, and drill down just to where the point starts to come out on the other side. And just pop underneath. And you can see the 2 points there. And for these blocks, it doesn't have to be exactly on dead center of this block, but you can get a really good idea how close that's going to be. And just so now the 2 little screw tips are grabbing this in. So now I just got to finish it off. Alright, so when I come back I'll have the other 6 done. Okay, so I did have some difficulty trying to get the very bottom part QA on when the whole thing was laying sideways. More than likely has to do with the taper that occurs on the wall. So what I did, I stood everything up. I have both parts in place down there. And what I did, I took my square and went around, got that as best I could, and put in 1 screw. And then I went around here to each side to see if it worked out or not. And it does. It didn't at first, so what I did, I just, while it was pivoting there, I could tap here or go over on the other side and tap in the other direction, whichever way I needed. And then all the sides lined up well. So now it's just a matter of finishing off with the screws.